let's go for a spin around the park. Parque 93. Beautiful place to be. Woohoo! That's it. Come to the park. It's the best place I've seen in Bogota. Beautiful restaurants, cafes, hotels, beer places. They called cerveceria, which are pubs. They're very nice pubs. Anyway, there's a place called London Calling too. All right, my friends, check it out. Check out the video and let's send me your love. Subscribe and send me a comment. I respond to everybody. All right then. See you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, dearie me. Oh, dearie me. When things get tough, they can get quite tough, can't they? But now, well, I'm in Bogota and having a very hard time finding a flight out of here because the connections suck. It's either a 12 to 20 hour wait in that place or another long wait in another place, or 2 or 3 stops. Oh my goodness me, it's not easy. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll deal with it. We'll find a way. But I'm not sure when I can get out of here yet. But I'm trying my best. So, moseying on. This is a beautiful park, by the way. Very nice park. What's it called again? Park 93, I believe. That's it. Park 93 in Bogota. Very, very nice place. And the surrounding areas too. The neighborhood is great. So this is, I've stumbled into this place. It's the main, well, it's the central part of the city. Park 93 area. It's in the old town, so to speak. And yeah, lots of lovely cafes and restaurants and hotels around here. But my, it's expensive. It is very, very expensive. You can't get a decent hotel under like $100 a night. If you want a nice one, you're paying more like 400. No, thank you. Anyway, all good. Carrying on the mission. Just got to decide where I'm going to go now, or do I go back to the Europe? Quickly, whichever way it takes me. We shall see, my friends. Anyhow, wish me luck. Don't forget to go to my YouTube, because the rest of the video is going to be there from today's venture. That's right. Righty ho, I am walking through the Park 93 again after being here this morning. Yeah, just exploring town a little bit and just trying to get a feeling for what's going on here, if anything. And behind me is a very cool mountain. I'll be heading over there after this. Yeah, I'm sticking close to the park because I'm a little bit anxious about going out to the street, even in this very upmarket area, because this park is the most popular upmarket park in Bogota, Colombia. It's surrounded by beautiful restaurants and hotels, cafes. There's even a Starbucks here. And buildings, apartment buildings like this one be over there. Let's have a look at that one, shall we? Okay, that's a very, very nice one. It is indeed. It must be rather, again, it's very expensive here. And the other thing, I get constantly harassed by drunks, people on drugs. It's a big problem here. I'm sitting in the park, going about my own business, posting stuff, and then boom, suddenly some guy comes up to me and is pushing me, not asking, this looks like hell, of course, pushing me for money, telling me, give me that, walk away, and then he starts shouting at me too. So I tell the parasite to get the hell out of here. And yeah, you know, where I understand that there's poor people and people with problems, it's just a problem for the city, the government to deal with. It shouldn't be unleashed, in my opinion, shouldn't be unleashed on the public or foreigners like myself. He was also harassing 2 young girls. So there we go. 2 young girls sitting in this beautiful park, minding their own business, taking fake pictures for Instagram or TikTok, whatever. And the guy starts going into me, and then after I move away, he starts going into them. And that, in my opinion, is unacceptable. And you know, that there are plenty of cops around, but I don't understand why they don't do anything. They just don't. So the bottom line, what I'm trying to say is that it's not the safest place, because those guys are completely, what's the word I'm looking for? Unpredictable. Yeah, unpredictable. They may snap and just pull out a knife. It's the next thing you can know. So I just walk away quickly and try not to say anything and not get involved, because if you do, you may have a problem on your hands. You know what I mean? That, my friends, may not be very nice at all, because I don't want to get into that situation here, particularly as it's my last day in Colombia today because I decided to move on to another country tomorrow morning. Yeah, so this is a very popular coffee shop, Van Valdez, okay? They're all over the country, but they're pretty good. And the BBC is called the PBC, funny enough, which stands for the British Broadcasting Corporation. It's right there. It's what it is. It's a cerveceria, which means a beer pub, basically, a beer cafe restaurant. So yes, and there are many all around this surrounding street. Of course, around the park is the most popular one, and there's more stuff down here, the next street, and over there, and over there, and over there. So yeah, lots and lots of places. But yeah, I mean, you're generally left alone here, but in the course of a day, I will get harassed at least 3 to 5 times. That's also because I'm always walking around and exploring the place, right? And this is just, I don't understand it because, as I said, there are plenty of police around, mostly on the streets, and they're looking at traffic and so on, but they should also be focused more on the people situation, because this is a problem. So there's that problem here, okay? And it's not pleasant, although it's probably not as dangerous as I'm saying, but you just never know because they are unpredictable and they're basically on some sort of drug, for sure, and booze, likely. So yeah, you got to be careful, and you know, you don't feel that comfortable walking around like this, especially with the camera in hand. Everyone's looking at you, and of course that's why I'm keeping to the side as opposed to being by the street, because I have been told that motorists, or at least motorbike drivers, can come up and snatch the camera off your hand. That's also why I'm carrying it on the right hand side rather than the left hand side. Another lovely restaurant over there. Yep, and I tell you another thing is funny here, I've noticed. All the young ladies smoke. A lot of them smoke, which I find a little bit surprising. I mean, there's 2 young girls walked past me then, maybe 24, and they're both walking with a cigarette in hand. So that's a little bit, I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, I'm surprised because, first of all, smoking is gross. Secondly, young people like that, mostly females, don't smoke in my experience. If anything, it's the men. Everyone smokes in Southeast Asia, not the women, the men. Sorry. But here, I've seen more women smoke than men. It's quite funny. So yeah, walk in the park, checking out the restaurants and cafe. I mean, it's not much to, well, there is some stuff to share. Of course, what I want to do here in this video is more to talk about my experience so far in Colombia as a whole. I'm not impressed. I love the country. People are generally very, very nice and caring. Mostly, some are not. I've had some issues here too, with people being very, very brisk and unkind and short. Could it be their jobs? I don't know. But if you're like a receptionist in a hotel, you should be well mannered. And I've run into a few who've been terribly mannered. And so that's that. The prices here are completely out of bounds. It's just way overpriced for foreigners. All of these posh places, I mean, when I say posh, I mean, I'm looking at a Starbucks behind over there, right? And that is very expensive. I had a coffee there today. It's the first time I've had a coffee in Starbucks for about €5. How much was it? About $5. Flat white, which is a double espresso with a little bit of milk. Yeah, and that bum is now over there harassing more people. I can see him standing by the other side of the place here, the corner. Yep, there off he goes. Now he's left again. Yeah, so yeah, what do we got here? We're at the Met Center. How about that? Good to know. And what else? Burger Bar. Yeah, so I'll get back to my story in a minute. Just showing these places here. Burger Bar El Corral. That looks nice. El Corral in Park 93, Bogota. Remember that? All right, so yeah, I find Colombia overpriced. So I'm going to name this video something like the reality, Colombia's reality, or the real Colombia, you know, or uncovering real Colombia, because it's just way overpriced, way for us foreigners, because you know, and anything that's up into the higher end category, like such as nice restaurants. I mean, okay, the restaurant I went to earlier is a steak restaurant. I haven't eaten there yet, but I will tonight. What's that one over there? Five and Quince, Tapas and Ginebra, whatever that is. Tapas, I know what that is, of course. Yeah, this is a lovely building behind me, look. Camera going the wrong way, there we go. Whoa. Right. Yeah, so, very expensive. Hotels are ridiculously expensive for what you get. Again, I compare quality with price and comfort. And if those things don't match, I don't feel okay about it. Because I want quality, but I also don't want to overpay. Which is what you get in Southeast Asia. You get good quality for a very, very handsome, affordable price. And that's exactly how it should be. Not completely overpriced. Now, I'm gonna see if I can cross over here, over this road without getting robbed from. Let's do it quickly. No people around as far as I can see, no motorbikes. So I'm going very carefully here. Right, made it onto the other side again. Don't pay the ferryman till he gets to the other side, right? Yeah, so the quality service is terrible. Like the service quality in the F&B, business, restaurants, cafes, hotels is generally very low standard. Out of 10, I'd give it a 3 or 4 in 80% of the places I've been to. Nobody speaks English, or 98% don't speak English, which is completely puzzling to me, considering it's so close to the USA. And it's dependent on the West, largely. Well, not really dependent, but you know, a lot of business is done here with the West, be that USA and Europe. So yeah, it's surprising that the English is so poor. Okay, I'm sure they don't depend on the tourism as much as places like Thailand and Indonesia and Vietnam, but I'd expected more from it. So what we got here, we got Piccola Italia, pizzeria, lots of pizzerias here as well, see? And loads of Italian restaurants, loads and loads, and also lots of burger shops. They like their burgers here, so do I. Sushi as well. And what do we got here? Bubu, Nimis, falafel. I don't like that very much. So, hang on. What is Nimis about? Hummus. Oh, hummus is the answer. No, it's not. So they say here that hummus is the answer to their problems. So do they now? See, this is a nice falafel hummus restaurant. Not healthy, folks. It's made from chickpeas, and chickpeas are full of carbohydrates, which turns into sugar in your bloodstream. How to get that out? Yeah, so service and quality of service standard is low. Prices are very high in hotels, in particular, in halfway decent hotels, not even fantastic hotels. It's very hard to find. You can't find anything decent under $50 a night, US dollars. You cannot. That's the bottom line truth. It's just not possible. You just get a dump. And when I say a dump, I mean a dump. That's not nice. I think it's just too much. Okay, so yeah, I have to look where I'm going here and who's coming my way, because some people look dodgy. What we got here? This has got a Turkish. Yeah, this is a Turkish place called Turk House. Turk House, and they serve some classic Turkish dishes: pulled pork, kebab crunch, sandwich, spicy polo, spicy chicken, and some sort of beef, but too many vegetables there for me. And also, yeah, lots of little, actually, as I said, another burger place. Now, let's talk about the burgers. See that behind me? Okay, so this burger joint, La Paca. Another camera, and over here, this thing is supposed to follow me, but it's not playing at the moment. La Paca, that's right. Yeah, so this, I'm looking at now, the menu. So, De La Casa, 31,000, which is $7.50. Polo Champi, 35, which is more, 8. Mexicana, 180 grams, by the way, 180 grams only, $8. Cheeseburger, 32, $7.50 again. They're all single burger patties, by the way. And if I eat that thing, I don't eat the bread or the fries. I'll walk out just as hungry as I was when I walked in. And that is a problem. And again, you know, $7.50 for a tiny piece of minced beef. No. In Cartagena, I had a double burger for 25,000 Colombian pesos, which is just above $5. Now that was okay. That is reasonable. That is reasonable for sure. That aligns also with the Southeast Asian prices. So what else do we have here? I have to be careful because I don't want my camera to get nicked. Anyway, what we got here? Just another La Sucha Sanchuria Criolla. I have no idea what that is. But it's another sandwich place, sandwich shop. Oh yeah, fast food sandwich shop. No, thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, so as I was saying, look, over there we have the mountains again. I'm going to head over that direction now, just because I want to see where they begin. Right, let's hop over here. So yeah, back to the standard of Colombia and what's going on here. Summary: hotels are way overpriced, and the quality is not good for what you get. So you have to pay a very, very high price to get a halfway decent quality room. What we got here? There's a pub. Very nice. This is nice. Nice place, but obviously too early. Of course, it's only 3:30 p.m. in the afternoon here. PM means afternoon, doesn't it? Yeah, and then so next thing is that the service standard is low. The training is, for that reason, in my opinion, very poor. Because who was that? Someone thought they knew me. Maybe they do, from YouTube or TikTok. Yeah, I find people have been often been unfriendly and unhelpful. Almost nobody speaks English in the service industry, which is in the F&B industry, and hotels and restaurants. I just do not understand that at all. The only people that do speak English at times are the younger people, because they've obviously studied it in school or gone to university. If you find them in the restaurants, then you're generally okay-ish. They speak some English, not a lot. I've only met one or two people who speak good English, like very good English, in a month. So those are problems. Restaurant prices are too high in general. Food can be excellently, very tasty for sure. The local food, as well as classic steaks and burgers, and I don't eat pizza, stuff like that. No, stay away from carbohydrates as much as I can, and also fruit. So yeah. Hotels, they sell you off with giving you free breakfast for your price. Like, free breakfast? No, it's not. Why you call it free? I'm paying a premium price here for a very standard hotel room, and you're telling me I got a free breakfast for it? No, it's in the friggin' rate, so don't call it free breakfast. I know, I hate that, because they say, oh, it's free breakfast. And people are so gullible, they take it that way. Oh my God. Anyway, yeah, and then the other thing, the last thing, well, I say clothing is expensive too. I looked at cost to buy for it. It's expensive as hell. Clothing, unbelievably expensive. I don't know how they can afford it. So yeah, flights are somewhat okay. The what are they called again? The budget. I'm on the camera, my friend. No. The budget travel, the budget airlines, they're relatively okay. When you get from one city to the next, let's say from Bogota to Cartagena for $60, $70, $80, but you got to pay extra for the baggage, of course. So it doesn't end up being that cheap. Maybe $80 to $100. Leros e carbon. Okay, we got some shrimp here and salad, which is very nice. This restaurant looks pretty cool. Since 1998. Okay, anyway, let's mosey on. Let's mosey on to the next place. Okay. Let's see what I can find towards the mountainside. Right. London Calling, how about that? Just went into London Calling restaurant and gin and pub, it says here. London Calling, gin and pub. Nice. Okay, 22,000. Now here we go, 22,000 Colombian pesos, which is just about $5 for a 150-gram burger and 300 grams of fries, chips, French fries, and a drink. So I mean, that's a pretty good deal. Let's have a look. It's a very nice looking place. Nice outdoor terrace here, very cool, and inside, very old, classic old school English look as well, with decoration. They've done a good job here. And inside, wow, it's big. Nobody here right now, it's too early. See? Oops, better be careful because the music. YouTube doesn't like music. They cut it out. Anyway, lovely place. Let's mosey on to the next place. We are in the next part. Yeah, beer lovers. All beer shops everywhere, of course. Oh yeah, that's another thing I wanted to bring up about the cost of booze here. Also expensive. I'm sorry, I'm just saying the truth. It's just the way it is. I do this to let people know. I mean, look, if you don't care, you don't care. I do. I mean, it costs a normal beer will cost $3, like in a place like that, or $4 or $5. If you go on a craft beer, talking $5, $6, $7, and that is too much, in my opinion, for a developing country. And the same goes for the wine. I've mentioned this before, as the coffee, but the alcohol. I'm not with alcohol now. You know, you can buy a simple, decent bottle of Merlot or Cabernet Sauvignon from Chile, which I used to buy in Southeast Asia all the time, and you'll be paying upwards from $10, 10 to 15, I think more like 13, 14, 15 for a halfway decent one. Nothing special. Okay, and that same bottle of wine, exact same bottle, same brand, I'd buy in Cambodia for $5, even though it's flown all the way from Chile. Now, how does that work? And Chile's just a couple of countries down south from here. So anyway, again, prices are inflated. And I say this not because I'm dissing Colombia at all. I do love the country, and I do recommend people to come in here and go take a look for yourself. Some people may love it, others may not. I mean, for me, it's just not. It's been the most delightful experience. I mean, I've enjoyed my time here very much. But again, you know, cocktails. Let's talk on the cost of booze. So cocktails also. I mean, I looked at I don't buy whiskey bottles or anything like that, but or tequila, vodka, but they also seem to be very expensive to me back in the beautiful park. Okay, so that's that. That wraps it up for me, Rob, in Bogota, Colombia. I will be coming back at some point, but I will definitely not stay this long. And if anything, I will go to a select 1 or 2 places to go to a beach, and then also onto other places. I'm heading out tomorrow, and you'll see where I am then. Okay, have a great one. And I'll see you in the next video from another country, no less.
Thanks for watching Rob's Health Crunch. Don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel. There is more great content on the way from me about Cambodia, health, fitness, wellness, real healthy food, and great lifestyle habits. Don't forget to enable notifications so you'll know when the latest video is posted. Until then, here's some other great content I think you will enjoy.